What's poppin', my people? It's your boy Ego, and welcome back to the Broken Filter. Back in the basement again, ready to do a couple more skits. Got my man Black for the first time on the panel. As always, Hef, Far Rock,
what up?
And my man Face.
What's good down, man? We just talked about it.
Just talked about it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Hey, let's jump right into it because we're trying to keep this short, keep it simple. I got Alan, 26 years old, from Delaware. All right? He writes, I went to the mall several weeks ago, and while I was there returning some tennis for my son, I saw, you know where he's from. Returning some tennis for my son, I saw my girl, who was supposed to be at work, having lunch with some black dude. Maybe I should have started by saying we're both white. My heart dropped, but I remained calm and stayed in the shadows. I watched them eat and joke together. He paid for the meal, and they were in the same car. I wasn't able to follow them because the type of car I have is easily noticeable. I waited for a few minutes and called her, no answer. I called her 10 minutes later, no answer. I called her 20 minutes later and she answered. I told her I just came from returning our son's tennis at the mall and I wanted to know if she wanted to get lunch. She replied, and I quote, I can't, baby. I've been in meetings all day and we're eating in. I could have died. How do I approach her with this? I'm not even sure I want to lose her yet. Real question.
Oh man.
So, I like certain faces. Before I go to Far Rock already made the face. Hef, why don't you start?
The easy answer is simply tell her what you know. All right, maybe even slap her. No, don't do that. But no, I mean tell her what you know. But you know, I try and be a little bit more not blatant because he says something very important at the end of that. He says he's not sure he wants to leave her.
I'm happy you caught that part because
I don't want to say the obvious. I want to say, you know, he has to approach her in some way, and he has to let her know what happened. But he has to get to the root cause of that relationship.
right.
99% of the time, and I'll probably pass this to a guy that they call Black. That if you a black guy messing with a white girl at lunch, there's only one thing you're probably trying to do.
That's a good point.
So that's dangerous.
Face. Before we pass it over to the new guy. Face.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to be the bad guy. Like, yo, the chick is at lunch with another dude. She ain't answering your phone calls after that.
And then she lied.
Yo, he smashing. So you need to come clean. Like, yo, shorty, I know what you was doing. I mean, at this point, she's already gone. So you're not losing her. She's gone already. She got the Mandingo serving her out. You can't come back from that, yo. It's tough.
All right. Black.
For me, you know, he may not have lost her. You know, they still like in the home. It's still running smooth because she doesn't know that he knows.
Right.
Where he messed up first is he should have just walked over when he first saw her eating lunch. Like it was no big deal. Hey, what's up? Introduce himself to the dude, whatever. So now it does two things. It shows her, you know, that he knows what's going on, and
Brown sugar.
introducing himself to the guy, like any situation, like, you know, I mess with girls who have significant others, but I don't know dude.
Right.
So it's nothing personal. It's nothing, you know, it's nothing between that. If a guy introduces himself to me, anything I choose to do going forward, it's a personal.
That's disrespectful.
Right. Now you know me.
So he could have potentially stopped the dude, like me. If I'm dating a girl and she has a significant other, I don't have the fight in the game that the other guy has. I don't really care that much. I'm not out here trying to win her honor or nothing like that.
Right.
So if the dude says anything to me, it's over. Because I wasn't in it for that anyway.
You can have
it, I'm not vested.
So
my thing is he should have walked over from the beginning, introduced himself to the guy. Him and his girl could talk, whatever, discuss from there. But now he knows going forward, anything with that, like what it is or what it isn't.
okay.
Anything with that guy, it would be out in the open from that point.
And last but not least, Far Rock.
Yeah, I mean, it's simple. I think he missed his shot. Like his shot was, instead of following and trying to be, you know, a detective
shit.
about it,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, I would have just walked up on him because her reaction and his reaction would have told me the information I
Right.
needed to know
Absolutely.
to figure out if it was something going on there, if it's just starting or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and the thing is, if she's at the mall out in the open, and she knows I frequent this mall too, I mean, we may be jumping to conclusions. I'm not sure
until the phone call. Until the phone call.
But until I go in, forget the phone call. Like until I go in and actually meet the dude face to face and confront the whole situation face to face, we really don't know. Why is she gonna go to this mall that she knows I'm at?
You guys make a good point. I didn't even think about approaching that, especially just on a proactiveness. The dude may not even want to be involved in that.
Exactly.
And that makes a hell of a lot of sense. However, sometimes you don't approach because you want your girl to say, no, I ate lunch. I actually ate lunch with a coworker.
That's my point. There was
It's a
phone
coworker that
call.
just started. Blah blah blah
There's
blah.
a
We went to
phone
lunch
call.
at so and so. I'm surprised you didn't see us. So then you're like, oh, well, I mean, now she
nothing.
could still be lying.
But
When now that she's lied,
Now-
God,
yeah,
now
that's what I'm saying, the
it's
phone
almost
call
the
matters.
same as the reaction that you would have gotten when you went there for the first time and you saw them all surprised or shook. That would have told you something. That lie kind of tells you something too.
But his intention isn't to leave.
That's the thing.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, what you're saying is cool if it's like, I
Which
want to
is-
know if I'm done with this girl.
That's the crazy
Probably
part about
why
it.
he didn't go up to her in the first
Yeah.
place, because
His
that
intention
combativeness is like almost a, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you don't know what's going to come from coming up to
Yeah.
the dude. The dude could be like, yo, get out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yo, take yourself somewhere.
Yo,
Or
but-
it could-
Oh wait, I would say something with the combativeness stuff. 99% of the time, I don't care who you are. If you're the dude that's cheating with the girl who has a significant other, if you got some balls, if you look at the boyfriend or the husband and say, get the fuck out of here. Pardon that. Get out of here. Like, so you should approach. I would tell 90% of dudes, like, don't think about his reaction.
Right.
You already in the aggressive. He's already gonna be in the like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You don't
yeah.
got nothing to worry about.
He gonna be
And
passive.
yeah, he gonna be passive. 99% of the dudes gonna be passive.
Unless the chick never told the new dude
That
that
she
yo,
had a
this
man.
is I got somebody.
Let me tell you, dudes
Oh,
start off,
keeping it real goes wrong.
like that, but that's not how they end. Like those situations, like a dude who'll be like, yo, I ain't even know what's going on. Yo. I'm just gonna bounce. Y'all take care of this and some rest
Yeah.
and stuff. But if the dude be like, yo, get this cornball cat out of here, and then the dude be like, yo,
Yeah,
come
if
on,
he-
man, who
if
you
he-
talking to?
if
Next
he
thing you
has
know,
words with
that's the
or
domino
addresses the
effect.
guy.
But
Next
see,
thing
he's
the
not
dude be like,
supposed
you're not gonna
to have
talk to
those
me
type
like
of words. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
not
you don't even got to do that.
you don't even gotta do that.
Like how I said, introduce yourself.
Yep.
And then
Like the-
after that, there's no more discussion with dude.
That's from the
it.
movie Brown Sugar. Remember
And
when he
then-
walked up on the dude and he was like, he was Vanessa, remember Tay Diggs? And he walked up on the dude.
The movie's 20 years old, bro.
I know you referenced it, but I didn't know the scene.
See, he didn't catch where everybody just let it go.
Yeah.
He's not
When you went for Netflix, she had on the
He wanted to revisit it.
Care about no
Yo, Ego, there's some viewers who are definitely like, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
All right.
But we don't
Got
know.
hit me.
the point is what I'm making is that if he's not ready to leave her, well, see the thing is, I just think that the phone call that you're talking about, where she would have been like, "Oh, I had lunch with dude," and you know, da da da, that still doesn't really ease it because she has time to really figure out like, oh, maybe he saw us. He did have to go to the mall
But
today.
that's
Let
what
me
he
hit him with
wants.
this. But if you walk up on him and you catch her a little off guard, she may play the part real well. He's gonna have to tell. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna see what's going on with him, and then you can kind of figure out what's going on here. The phone call's not necessarily gonna tell you because they good with the phone call.
Yeah,
they real good with
but he didn't walk up on her.
he didn't.
Then he
So
made that phone call and she lied. So at that point,
That's where I'm at.
why are you trying to stay with the chick?
Yeah, but see, she
Life's
could've
not that
lied.
easy. That's why.
Okay, but what if she was planning a surprise
And they got a kid
situation
together.
for him? You know what I mean? Like, what if she was planning some surprise?
Yo, either
party
way,
for
you
him or something
you
like
still
that?
gotta address the issue. You
Yeah,
gotta
but
address the
he
issue.
ain't never bring the issue. He never said I seen you.
He's
He's trying to play detective.
I
Like,
ain't
my
good
point
at
is,
that, man.
don't play detective.
Yeah, I can. Like, I'm like,
You sleeping right? She's sleeping good.
I wouldn't be able to sleep at all. Like we gonna have to get this out there.
you gonna be heated like.
So let's do this. Let's do this. 'Cause we're just about out of time. What he's asking is, how does he approach her now? With the situation being what it is, how does he approach her? And he's not sure if he really wants to lose her. So what's the next step? What's the best thing he
It's
can
gotta
do?
be like, look, yo, I know you was lying. Here's the situation how I see it. So what's really good?
That word lying is gonna bring up something.
That's what she did.
But you can't. use that
So
word.
maybe he just tells her what. Look, let me just tell you what I saw. I was in
I
the
wouldn't
mall.
even do that.
I was in the mall. Saw you with this dude. I sat there for a second because I didn't want to jump to conclusions and wild out and make you look stupid in front of a coworker. What This is what I saw. Then y'all got in the car, and then when I called you, you told me you didn't even, you had to eat it and you was in meetings. Explain yourself.
No,
That's why
I'm not doing
what
that.
would you do?
I'm not having nobody explain nothing. They're very good at
He's trying
explaining.
to keep the,
My
the
whole point
relationship
is,
going.
he
Yeah, exactly.
his shot. Well, he should have took his shot when he had it. He didn't take the shot. So now, since he didn't take the shot and he wanted to play detective, now he got to play detective for real. Because if he goes
wait
up
till
to
the
him-
next time.
right? He just got to really now. He got to play detective all the way through. That's his new play detective. That's why I say play
Wait, but
detective.
if you don't,
I was gonna say
Because if you bring it to her and say,
hey,
"Hey, I saw you," she got the
Instead
lie
of,
already
yeah,
ready.
I don't know.
Hey, what's going on? She got the lie already ready. I'm not playing. Yo,
Yeah.
now you gotta play detective
I
for
think
real.
I think
Yo,
once
he ain't
you-
gonna
I
be
think
able to
once you
sleep at
come-
night, yeah?
He's not, but once you come to the assumption or conclusion that I'm not sure if I'm gonna leave this person, then all that running around is just gonna lead to the conclusion that I'm gonna have to leave. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to work through something, you gotta work through that. This is what's going on. If he finds out exactly what we already know, it's just gonna be in his face, and it's gonna be harder for him to make a decision to stay when he wants to stay. You know what I'm saying? It's like talking yourself out of the game. I'm gonna find her because I'm gonna follow her. I'm gonna find her with the black dude. I'm gonna watch him do the hotel. You know what I mean? It's just gonna be up front
My
of your
whole
face.
point
Like,
is
they
get
did it.
clarity. She's not gonna give you
Get clarity, yeah, absolutely.
She's not
Get
gonna give you clarity if you ask her. So my whole point is he could have got clarity if he went up to her,
Right.
but he didn't. So now he needs to gain clarity by playing detective because he's not gonna get clarity by bringing it to her and say, "Hey, I know you lying." That's only gonna cause an argument. She's got to be ready for
Right.
all that. Yeah, man. Now you really gotta play
So you're
detective.
saying clarity. Go. So right now, what you're
You want
telling
to
me
be
to do?
detective? Now you're a detective.
Go through the whole thing. What are you saying?
I say exactly what he said. You got to be detective. A woman will not admit she's
she not gonna
she
admit.
ain't gonna admit
She not
unless
admit.
you got HD footage.
Right.
Alright, unless like so you gotta play detective like you really gotta go Columbo and you gotta get the truth. Now hopefully, because he wants her, hopefully his detective work would show that it was an innocent lunch. And that's what we
But
ideally
even
hope.
if it don't,
Then they gotta trust
he
me.
just gotta work that out if he wants to stay with her.
Face.
My only issue with the whole detective thing is, like Ego said, he wants to keep her. You know what I'm saying?
He knows where it's coming from. Yeah.
So if the more he dig, the more problems he might find. So, and if he don't find no problems and he get caught doing the detective stuff, now she's looking at him like, yo, where's the trust? You sit here spying on me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of them
The
things.
trust was out
man.
the window when she lied.
Depends on what
No,
she
she
lied
put
about.
she put
like
the-
you said, depending on what she lied about. She could have been set up a surprise party.
My point is, if he's like, he saw what he saw, he still rocked out, like went to sleep,
30 seconds.
and they're living the life that they want to live. Just rock out, B.
That's it.
Don't even bring it up.
Don't even bring it up.
Hey, so
Wait, I know you said. Don't bring it up. So how is he just let it go?
What's gonna
I was
stop
wondering
if he
who was going
brings
to
it
do
up?
whatever. I was like, yep, yeah.
It ain't gonna stop. Ain't nothing gonna stop. She's just gonna clean up her act. Okay,
Yeah.
we can't go that mall no more. That's it. I wouldn't bring it up.
Yeah, don't even bring it up.
I wouldn't even bring it up.
If he wants to be with her, don't even bring
Yeah,
it up.
if you do, you got to.
You know what? And that's the part that I keep on that we have to come back to. That he wants to be with her, but you got to make tough decisions. Like you shouldn't be with somebody who's lying. Like you should
Right.
know.
So that's why I
So that's
think
where
you
the tough
should-
decisions come up. But even if you want to be with her, you got to be with somebody you can trust. Like I don't
He
want
needs
you
to
to
gain clarity. He
Yes.
needs to gain clarity and figure out if he really wants to be with her. Once he's clear,
want.
figure out who he's gonna be with.
Got to stop right there, fellas. I know there's a lot more we can say about this. Maybe it's a radio topic. I'm not sure. We'll look at it. With that being said, Alan, I hope that one of the brothers helped you out and told you something. If you haven't already tackled this, I know you said this was several weeks ago. Sorry, we just getting to it. But I hope everything works out for you. Everybody else, I thank you for tuning in. www.thebrokenfilter.com. I will see you when I see you, and I hope to see you soon.
Yo, man, when I was trying to segue to black, you go face.
Oh, not yet.
Well, like,
I already had it in my head.